Imagine if this was my actual Rise of Kingdoms account and not the test server. Damn. What's going on, my beautiful governors? Soon we will have a massive spring event in Rise of Kingdoms, and of course it comes with an update. We will take a look at the events because thankfully the makers of the game granted us access to their test server, special test server, so we can go over the events, test the update, and discuss what should we expect from this upcoming update and the events. Without further ado, let's go.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Starting with the events, the first one is Barbarian Incursions. This is pretty straightforward. If you click on the rules, you will see that there are 4 different incursions that may occur if we take a look at the rewards. At first, it may not look so exciting, you know, pretty standard, some speed ups and some resources. However, it gives us trouble. And this brings us to one of the, I'm not going to say one of, I'm just going to say the best event in Rise of Kingdoms, the 7k gem event. You, of course, donate your troubles that you get from killing barbarians, you know, the regular things, farming resources, and for this specific event, Barbarian Incursions as well. And then once you donate your troubles, you are going to upgrade your levels. And if you are playing Rise of Kingdoms, I'm not going to say you should, I'm going to say you have to. You have to get to level 25, unlock this column. It only costs 7k gems. I'm saying only because the rewards are insane, let alone all the gems, gold keys, starlights, equipment, materials that you're going to get. When you get to level 25, you will receive 35 Universal Legendary Commander Sculptures, and I think even if that was the only reward, I would still purchase it for 7k gems, so the value is insane. You have to be online, you have to be active and get to level 25 no matter what. The next event on the list is Fisherman's Fortune. Now this is a pretty fun event. So what you do is, as you can see at top left, we first have a fishing spot and it shows how many fish in that spot. Now if we click on the swap button, you can see the available fishing spots. Multiple governors can use the same fishing spot, so you don't need to worry about the spots. And if we go back, you see we have different tier of rewards. We have the legendaries, rares, and the regular common ones, green and the gray. The first thing that we need to do is, of course, to catch a fish, we need baits. Now there are a couple of free ways, actually good chunk of free ways to get your free baits, and it's daily, so it resets. But also, if those baits are not enough, you can just purchase them with gems. And since we have almost 1 million gems on this test server account, of course I'm going to buy some with the gems. Only 33k gems. I didn't even feel it. And now we're going to select a fishing spot. There are 2 different items that you can use to fish. The first one is the angle, the second one is the net. If you just click on the angle, you're going to use 1 bait. However, you will only get 1 reward. And this one, net, uses 8 baits at the same time, and you will get 8 rewards. So this one is going to be faster, so I will go with the net. There we go, Yamabuki Ogon. That was actually pretty quick. Now I cleared everything off camera to show you, like, jump into the market immediately. Now we have 2 different fish markets. The first one is common, the second one is exotic. Now first what we need to do is to go to catch. And when you go to catch, you are going to exchange all your grays and greens. Click on exchange, and then we're going to go to market. And in the common section, as you can see, you can use this, let's call it fish coins. You can use these fish coins to buy more bait, crystal keys, formation choice chest, golden keys, resources, a lot of good stuff. If you go to the exotic section, now at the top right, you can see your rares, your legendaries. And what you can do is you can buy a legendary commander sculpture, epic material, formation choice chest, 3 available. You can also get this formation choice chest because the consumables, the thing that you need to purchase it, is different. This one costs a legendary, this one costs 3 rares. And on this one, to some people this might be useless, like you need the legendary, but it gives you decoration, right? For most people this might be weird. However, if you're a psycho like me, and believe it or not, there are so many psychos like me, if you go to achievements, for example, one of the main goals of my new restart account is actually to get this avatar frame all out rumble. And for me to get this, some of the challenges, it says this one, for example, build a decorative structure, flower arch. And if we go back, guess what? Go to market and click on this decoration. There it is, the exact structure that I need to complete one of the challenges in the Pioneer achievement section. So yeah, to some people, this is actually pretty valuable. This was the Fisherman's Fortune, and then we have In Search of Wonders. Pretty straightforward event. You get compasses by different ways, and then what you do is you spend those compasses to find formation chests. Switch formation, here you can select your preferred formation to increase your chances. It says it will have a higher chance of being your chosen formation. To most people it's going to be wedge, so we select the wedge, and then let's search for 10 to show you how straightforward that is, and there we go. A lot of legendary armaments for wedge formation actually, and we have the bulk recycle section, which is pretty good because let's say you are someone who doesn't care about any armament that is not inscribed. So what you can do is simply just click on recycle, or if you want to, you can deselect the ones that you plan to use and recycle it. This speeds up the recycling process quite a bit. Now after In Search of Wonders, we already talked about 7k gem event. Race Against Time, pretty basic. You need to kill as many barbarians as possible in a certain amount of time. Then we have Siroli Assault. I think this event is, I would say, easy, and it gives really good rewards. Then for the big boys, we have Zenith of Power. And would you look at that? Name Plague is not that bad, but the frame is insane. And then we have the city skin, Ancestral Hold, Troop Attack 12%, Action Point Recovery, and unfortunately minus Archer Defense. If you're using, let's say, 2 infantry, 2 cavalry, and 1 Archer March, I think it is definitely negligible, because 10% defense decrease is of course a big downside, but the benefit of the city skin, you still get Archer Troop Attack, Infantry Troop Attack, and Cavalry Troop Attack. And I'm going to be honest, attack, especially in Season of Conquest, is not the most desirable stat, but I mean, if they release a troop health 12%, that will be so broken, or even defense. So I think for an overall buff, which doesn't care about your troop type, that is pretty good. And if you get this, I'm not saying you should go for a Zenith of Power because it's a pretty hard event to get the city skin. You shouldn't go for just for Action Point Recovery 5% because it's a good bonus, but it's a minor bonus. But if you happen to get the city skin, this Action Point Recovery is definitely going to help you when you are not fighting. This way you can kill a little bit more barbarians and rally barbarian forts every single day. And then of course we have the new Osiris League, and there we go, Spring Showcase. I think this is pretty important because the only thing that you need to do is to take part in the 2024 Spring event, and you can get Moments of Celebration, which is Archer Health, and the other one is Cavalry Health. I think it is great that both of these city skins, this one isn't. This one gives Archer Defense, but both of these are giving health. And if you're in the early game, you're just going to be fine with both city skins because health, in my opinion, is the best stat in the game. Now, events and rewards, everything is really good, and it's going to help your account quite a bit. However, if you take a look at the patch notes, you will see that the devs actually made some significant changes to the whole armaments and formation system. Now, the first thing is we have 2 new formations. 1002. Oh my god. And here are the new formations, Testudo formation and a circle. Now for the circle, it says all healing the user's troop receives is increased by 5%. Here you can see the available armaments, and the other one, the user's troop takes 5% less damage while it has a shield, and plus all healing their troop received is increased by 2.5%. To be honest, I think Testudo is better than Circle. I mean, at first glance it looks like it. However, to me both of these formations are quite niche, like they do serve to a specific purpose. Most of the time, as I said, you will go for the wedge. However, with the introduction of smite damage, for your smite damage tanky commanders, you can definitely, like these Testudo and Circle formations are going to be super sweet. Let's look at these chests. Rare Inscription. Open to receive a legendary armament with a rare inscription. The armament will be for the wedge formation. Let's go. Focus Fire. The wielder's troop gains a 4% boost to skill damage dealt. So these new inscriptions, I think they're going to be pretty sweet, because what you need to do is ultimately you want to have your armaments with inscriptions, but it's honestly quite challenging for majority of the players to get all your armaments with a good inscription. But these rare inscriptions, they're going to be not as good as the best ones. However, most of them are going to be much better than you already have. Right, let's take a look at another rare inscription. The wielder's troop gains a 2% boost to all shields it creates. Their troop takes 1% less skill damage while it has a shield. So as you can see, rare inscriptions are going to be pretty useful for majority of people. Now there is another major change to formation system, which is definitely a W, and that is Traveler's Tales, aka choosing your preferred formations. As you can see in here on this screen, you're going to choose up to 3. I'm not going to say up to because you have to choose 3. If you choose 1, I know what you're thinking, then just you choose the wedge and click confirm. You cannot, no. They already thought about it. And let's, for example, select V and echelon formation. Oh my god, that's insane. Look at the question that is asking me. Of course, proceed, bro. Man, I feel like Jeff Bezos right now. You can also choose your preferred formations for dispatch. It's not only for travel. And let's do some travels, because one of the new things they added in the game is that you don't get resources or a random item that is irrelevant to formation and armament system, which is pretty good in my opinion. Let's see what we get. So that was actually for the V formation indeed. I'm hoping that it's going to be again for one of the formations that I've chose. There we go. It's for wedge formation. So looks like this definitely increases your chances. Before traveling or starting dispatch, will all be for one of your preferred formations. Okay, my bad. So this doesn't increase your chances. It is pretty much guaranteed that you will get one of these 3 formations, which is great. And thankfully, we are making this video so you don't do the same mistake, or you don't think like I did. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This was, to me at least, pretty much the most important things that you need to know regarding new events and a new update. And a big shout out, a big thank you to the makers of Rise of Kingdoms for giving us access to the test server and make this video possible. I see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.